Last episode was all about bad news of how corporate car dealerships are eating your market share. But the independent car dealers are too hardy, and corporate will never succeed in taking over this market. Let's talk about the advantages that independent car dealers have in this episode of Down Payment.
Welcome to Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers. Prepare to learn something new about the industry that keeps us moving.
Check out all our podcast content on our social media channels. We are at Down Payment Podcast on YouTube, Down Payment Podcast on Instagram, and Down Payment Pod on X. Car dealers, welcome back. And so I had to follow up our doom and gloom episode about how corporate car dealers are taking your market share up and driving independent dealers out of business with the good news podcast. So for all of the doom and gloom out there, there are actually a ton of bright points that are why independent car dealers are succeeding against the corporate dealers, and independent car dealers are here to stay. There are a lot of advantages to your businesses, and we need to talk about them and understand how corporate is not the one that holds all the cars, and you have a viable business going forward. This industry is absolutely crucial to the American public that relies on us for transportation, and corporate will never get rid of the independent used car dealer. Let's talk about why. The first one is experience in the market. When it comes to experience in this industry, there are independent car dealers, and granted, some of you are very new and some of you are just entering the market, and yet, as a whole, this industry has a tremendous amount of experience, and that experience is so much longer and deeper and vaster than any of the corporate car dealers. It's important to remember that in this industry, there are a lot of family, legacy businesses, multi-generational businesses that have been around for decades. And the corporate car dealership experiment is still relatively new, at least within the used car segment of the industry. Use that experience as an advantage. You have been through good times. You have been through bad times. You've been through technology change. Some of your businesses existed well before computers were a thing. Some of you know how to manually calculate deals. Some of you can do it in your head, which is absolutely remarkable. But that experience is a collective advantage. For the dealers that don't have that time in the industry, rely on the salty old car dealers that have been around a long time. Talk to them, pick their brain. They have seen so much tremendous change. There was a time when all of our marketing was basically through print and broadcast. And now print and broadcast for most dealers is a small fraction, possibly 0% of their advertising mix. There's been an incredible amount of transformation, and dealers have been able to keep up with it in the independent dealer realm. Which brings me on to the second item, nimble. Your businesses aren't big corporate bureaucracies. They don't have 20 levels of management. They don't have people entirely disconnected from the industry, involved in key roles. Your operations are nimble, and use that nimbleness to your advantage. You can experiment easier. You can test things out easier. You have a better way of understanding the information inputs into your business than a corporate dealership will ever have. You can literally, as the owner, dealer principal yourself, examine every single facet of your business. And you should be doing that. You should be self-auditing your business. You should be looking on at your business from the outside in. You should watch the customer journey. You should see your processes as far as inventory and recon and sales. You should see every aspect, back end, front end. The ability to do that gives you so much more information as to the condition, the prevailing market environment, and gives you the ability to adapt more creatively, more correctly than your car dealer corporate cousins ever will. Now, the third item, I think this is a really big one too. And this is, in a lot of ways, I think the thing that the corporate car dealerships do the absolute worst. Arguably not at all. And that is they are not part of the community. They do a terrible job of ingratiating themselves in as a key member of the communities that they operate in. And your independent car dealers do a lot better job of that. And so let's use that to our advantage. Be part of the community. Really do the community relations element of your business. Make people understand that you are part of the community, you are from the community, you employ people from the community, you sell to the community. Really ingratiate yourselves in the community. And if you can do that, the public relations advantage, the trust advantage that you can build there is tremendous. And it's a huge advantage over your sterile corporate dealerships that really don't outreach to the community. They operate like a big box store, nameless, and it's all driven by their big advertising. Embrace the community. It's your biggest advantage. The next thing, I love how the independent car dealers network with each other. It is one of the big bright spots of this industry. The more that you can reach out and understand and talk to and work with and cooperate, even if you're competition, with your fellow dealers on both the PR front, the community relations front, the political front, the compliance front, the better off this industry is going to be. And independent car dealers honestly do a great job of that already. Embrace that. While they're your competition and you fight for your piece of the pie against them every single day that your business turns on its open sign, we still have to recognize that we're all in this industry together, and that networking, that cooperative spirit is so valuable. And it's something that corporate will never have, will never understand. By and large, corporate car dealerships are very insular, and they don't network with the independent industry. They don't network with each other. Everyone is in it for themselves. And we should embrace the networking side of our industry. We do it well, and it's a great asset to us. Finally, the fifth item, and I truly feel like this is the most important advantage that independent car dealers have, is our resilience. There has been no car dealer that has been in business for any appreciable length of time that hasn't had to find the grit, the determination to fight for your business and stay in this industry. The resilience that this industry requires. We are sensitive to the economic cycle. We have cash flow type businesses. We have employee intensive businesses. We have operationally complex businesses. And in order to survive all of these difficult factors, you have to have tremendous resilience. And it's a resilience that you will never find in corporate. In fact, for all the advantages that corporate car dealers have, it's amazing to see how much of a struggle major dealerships have had in this industry despite all their advantages. And some of them have gone out of business. Some of them have gone out of business relatively recently. And so, pat yourself on the backs, dealers. Like, you have been through tough times. You can continue to be through tough times. Tough times bring good times. Beneath disaster, good fortune lurks for you. Just stay in the fight. Keep fighting the good fight. This is an important industry to our country, to our economy, to our communities. And we need to remind people of that every day. With that, I would love to hear your comments about why this industry is never going to go away. And with that, go sell some cars. It's been another down payment episode. Check out our podcast on all our social media channels. We are at Down Payment Podcast on YouTube, Down Payment Podcast on Instagram, and Down Payment Pod on X.
Thank you for listening. Down Payment, the podcast for used car dealers, is a production of Meta Financial Services Incorporated.